So, you're thinking about jumping into the world of data, but maybe you don't have an IT background? Well, you've come to the right place. Today, we're going to lay out an insider's guide that takes you from zero experience all the way to landing your first data job. Let's get right into it and map out your future. Look, think of me as your mentor for the next few minutes. I'm handing you the keys, the direct, no fluff pathway to get you hired. We're cutting through all the noise and focusing only on what you actually need to do. This isn't about theory, it's a practical, step-by-step plan. Okay, first things first. You've got a big decision to make right at the start, and it's a strategic one that's going to shape your whole career. Are you going to be a data analyst or a data scientist? Let's figure that out. Here's the simplest way to think about it. A data analyst is like a detective looking at a crime scene. Their job is to figure out what happened here. They use tools like SQL to find clues and build dashboards to present the story. A data scientist, though, they're more like a psychic, trying to predict the future. They ask what will happen next. And to do that, they use Python to build predictive machine learning models. So listen up, because this is super important. The absolute fastest and smartest way to get your foot in the door is to start as a data analyst. No question. You build a rock-solid foundation, you get paid to learn on the job, and then once you're ready, you can level up to that data scientist role. It's a path that just works. All right, now for the main event. This is the heart of it all. We have a concrete 6-month blueprint that's designed to take you from knowing nothing to being a totally job-ready candidate. So let's break down what this journey looks like month by month. And here it is, the entire roadmap laid out. We kick things off in month 1 by getting our hands dirty with Python. That's our foundation. Months 2 and 3, we add the heavy hitter tools for analysis and making cool visuals. Then, in months 4 and 5, we really kick it up a notch with stats and machine learning. And the grand finale, month 6 is all about building a killer portfolio that proves you can do the job. It's focused, it's doable, and it's designed to get you hired. Okay, let's dive into phase 1, building that foundation. I can't stress this enough. Before you even think about analyzing data or building cool models, you absolutely positively have to get comfortable with Python. This is the first step, and it's a big one. Now, you don't have to become a Python wizard overnight. You just need the essentials for data work. We're talking the absolute basics, variables and data types, learning how to handle lists and dictionaries, and then getting the logic down with if-else statements, loops, and functions. You master these, and you're ready to tackle the real data tools. Now we're talking. Let's get to the power tools. Think of pandas like a master chef for your data. It's perfect for meticulously organizing all your ingredients, cleaning things up, using powerful moves like group by to summarize data, or merge and join to combine different data sets. NumPy, on the other hand, that's the raw horsepower. It's the high-performance engine running underneath, doing lightning-fast calculations on arrays and matrices. You need both to do any serious data work. Okay, you've got your Python foundation locked in. Now we're moving on to the tools that are the bread and butter of a data analyst. This is where you really learn to speak the language of business and data. Let me be crystal clear, you will not get a data job without knowing SQL. It's the language you use to talk to databases. And you have to master these 4 key commands. Select, which is just for grabbing data, group by for summarizing it, join for connecting different tables, and subqueries, which are kind of like asking a question inside of another question to do more complex digging. Next up, making your data look good. Matplotlib's your go-to, your reliable workhorse. It's awesome for making standard bar charts and line plots. But when you want to create those really slick, advanced visuals that make hiring managers sit up and take notice, I'm talking heat maps, correlation matrices. Seaborn is the specialist you call in. This right here, this is a game changer. As an analyst, you're not just a number cruncher. You're supposed to find insights. And a huge part of that is understanding that just because 2 things happen together, that's correlation, it doesn't mean one caused the other. That's causation. Your job is to translate that raw data into smart, responsible business decisions. And now it's time to make the leap. We're going to build on those analyst skills and step into the world of data science. This means getting into the more advanced statistics and machine learning concepts. So month 4 is all about the stats. And in month 5, we put it all to work with machine learning. You see, to build models that actually work, you need to understand the why behind the data, and that means stats. A real data scientist leans on concepts like probability and the normal distribution to get a feel for how the data behaves.
And they use something called hypothesized testing to mathematically prove, that the patterns they're seeing are the real deal and not just a random fluke. This is what makes a model something you can actually trust.
Which brings us to the fun part, machine learning with a library called scikit-learn. The process is pretty methodical. First, you split your data into a training set and a testing set. Then you pick a model, maybe something like linear or logistic regression, to go find the patterns. And most importantly, you have to check your work. You evaluate how good your model is using metrics like accuracy, precision, and recall to see if it can actually predict the future. So we've made it to the final and honestly, the most crucial phase. You can have all the skills in the world, but if you can't prove it to a hiring manager, it doesn't matter. Month 6 is all about building the evidence. Your GitHub profile is your new resume. So first, make a professional README file that tells people who you are. Then, upload your 3 core projects. Now here's a pro tip. Use clean, descriptive commit messages. Instead of just update, write cleaned raw sales data or built initial regression model. It shows recruiters that you're organized and professional. And finally, pin your absolute best work right to the top so they can't miss it. So what projects should you actually build? Well, these 3 are going to cover all your bases and seriously impress recruiters. A sales dashboard proves you can analyze what's already happened. A customer churn model proves you can predict the future. And a stock market analysis, that shows you can handle really complex, messy data over time. And when you build that sales dashboard, whether it's in Power BI or Tableau, don't just throw a bunch of charts on a page. Tell a story that a business would care about. Structure it so the very first thing they see are the big ticket items, like improvements in ROI or which regions are killing it. Show them you think about the bottom line. And this right here is the key difference in business value between your projects. The dashboard is great. It shows what happened in the past, but that customer churn model, that's next level. It tells the business what's about to happen so they can jump in and stop customers from leaving before it's too late. That's how you show real value. And hey, don't let your amazing projects just sit on GitHub collecting dust. You've got to show them off on LinkedIn. Write a quick post summarizing what you found. Slap your best-looking chart in there, and this is critical. Quantify your results. Say something like, my model predicted the stock's direction with 75% accuracy. And of course, always link back to the full project on your GitHub. Okay, picture this. You have exactly 1 minute with a hiring manager. What do you say? This is your pitch. In just 6 months, I put myself through a self-directed plan where I mastered Python, SQL, business dashboards, and predictive modeling. And I proved it all with a portfolio of 3 projects focused on real business problems like sales analysis and customer churn. How could they not be impressed? So there you have it, the whole blueprint. Everything you need to go from 0 experience to a job-ready data professional in just 6 months. The path is clear, the steps are all laid out for you. The only real question left is, when are you going to start building?